have known who shot that young man. And there are also incidents where looters went into supermarkets and they looted. If the media was showing live, Kenya will have known who the looters are. We will not be arguing about each other, whose goons are these. We will have known those looters live. So the ramification of switching off suddenly, one, it has resulted to enormous deaths that cannot be explained. What is the cost? Because of the blackout. So it has left us at the mercy of social media, which we do not know whether it is true or false. Now, what that one results into is further speculation, further tension, and anarchy in the country. Now, DG, we are approaching a very volatile election, where Kenyans are wondering, are we going to have a live streaming of results, electoral results, then all of a sudden, there is a switch off? That is terrible. It can throw this country into total mess, anarchy. Just a preamble, we do not have any other country to go to. I only know one Kenya. And if it goes down, nobody is an exception. All of us goes down. It is incumbent against any individual or institution to do what is within the realm of the law to protect this nation to the core, including not being emotional, being careful of your action, and following the law to the letter. Now, DG, my question is, are we going to see you switching off the live streaming of election the way you switched off the live streaming protest, and who gave you that mandate?
You're done? The media man also. Declare your interest first.
Chair and declare. Chair, what I can add is that I think for anybody to breach this law, the Article 34, we only need a court order or an act from the Parliament to stop the media. And the DG here, you went ahead and switched off the media, as my colleague has said, and there were precautions which damage of property and also loss of life and also losses from the media owners. But DG, as you answer that question, you also need to clarify to us which other orders do you get for you to breach the law, to deny the media the freedom?
Thank you, DG. Take 5 minutes. We've really gone into the hour by very many minutes.
Thank you very much, Chair. And has precisely quoted the articles of the Constitution which give media freedom, 33(2) and 34(1). Those articles also have limitations to what the media can do. But this matter being before court, I will not want to discuss anything further than that.
For the purpose of this sitting, you cite the case in court now that you have your legal counsel with you. She knows so that we also book it under the principles of separation of powers. Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Indeed, we have two matters. One is a judicial review application before number 176 of 25. The other matter is a High Court petition by the Law Society of Kenya and the Kenya Editors Guild jointly against ourselves. So those matters are still before judicial authorities for determination. Thank you.
Chair.
Vice Chair.
Yeah, that's in order. The prejudice of law is also guaranteed in our constitution. Chair, I think what they need to also do is to also read what they do, and are you going to abide by the law as it was ordered by the court until the case of course is determined.
Honorable Chair and members, I think we have already abided by the court ruling, and the media is here, and they are doing their live broadcast.
Thank you very much.
You are law-abiding Kenyan. I want to make this comment. Yesterday, I listened to your CS address the issues regarding how what you did on that day. What is not allowed is to look at the substance of the issue, the case. We cannot address the substance of the case. If there is any general comment you would want to make, which does not touch on the substance of the case, you are allowed. Since you are a sister of the matter and you are well guided by your legal counsel, if you go into the substance, he'll tell you no. The way you said, you abided by the ruling. It's a general statement. So you cannot remain cut that you cannot comment about the case. You can still comment and tell us whether you lock us again out next year or not, if we misbehave or if we behave otherwise. That is not part of the case. But you are still the CA, the DG. So what matters is don't touch on the matter before the court. But regulating media, you are still the regulator of the media space. So you can make a general comment, wind up and leave.
Maybe in addition,
yes,
because it's the same. Do you license the media or you regulate the media? Where does your mandate oscillate from?
We license and regulate.
Under what article? Can you say the law that guides you?
You can just check.
So that we are not just verbose.
Thank you, Chair. That's the Kenya Information and Communications Act. So we're the regulator for broadcasting services.
Just read, you know.
I need a second to retrieve
Okay.
it.
Yes.
Yes.
I would say the Communication Authority of Kenya is guided by the Constitution and rightfully put Article 33(2) and 34(1) of the Constitution of Kenya. We are also guided by the Kenya Information and Communication Act, Section 461, on issues at hand when the media is to be limited.
I think my question, Chair, was just very clear. You just read. You say we license and regulate. Just say.
I was answering his general. She's getting there.
She's getting it. Once you get it, you let me give you time, you read it for us. But my take to you, DG, is this, that for the many years I've known you, that has been your space. You are a seasoned journalist. Let us not kill what we've earned. We want a better Kenya. Today, you also be responsible. And let all of us be responsible. So that whatever we do today should be protected tomorrow. Otherwise, this country is for all of us. My ability to speak to you today is because we are free. There is peace. And the moment there is no peace, and all of us can recall what happened on 25th of June last year, none was left to walk free. We all had to look for our ability to run. And Bishop always tells me what he went through on that day. He's here with us. So let us not joke with the peace we enjoy today. Peace is paramount. You would rather be broke, have no money, but have peace. Sleep under a tree, but peacefully. Enjoy your money peacefully. But if we mess up with the peace of this country, nobody will be spared. We will all be in tatters. You have it?
Yes, Chair.
Thank you. Proceed.
Section 46A describes the functions of the Commission. and I shall read. Functions of the Commission in relation to broadcasting services. The functions of the Commission in relation to broadcasting services shall be to, allow me to skip others and just focus on the answer at J, regulating and monitoring compliance with those standards. And then on the issue of licensing, section 46B prescribes the classification of broadcasting services, as well as subsection 2 then says, subject to the provisions of this act, broadcasting service licenses shall be categorized into the following. So there is a free-to-air, subscription radio, and so on and so forth. Section 46C, requirement of a broadcasting license, the Act prescribes, and it goes on and on. I may not want to get into the specific details, Chair. 46D talks about eligibility for licensing and consideration for grant of a license. So to answer the member's question, yes, we do regulate and we also license.
Yeah, if you notice, Chair, just for your indulgence, you know, sometimes the law, people misinterpret and misuse law because of loopholes and lacunas that exist. And if you listen carefully, what that law says, regulating and monitoring of the above, what you've skipped, there is a circumstantial procedure to this. There is what we call the Media Council of Kenya, I don't know, something like that. So that if this media goes against their code of conduct, there is a body that is now supposed, because for you to be accused of somebody, there is also a right of reply. So for you to be told now you are inciting, you know, you have to come out and say, is this an incitement as per the law or it is not? Otherwise, I can just point at you and say you are a thief and I frog-march you to the police station. That's why there is a right of reply and you are subject to justice. So the media that has been accused of being against the law, the provision of those, they must be subjected to some judicial process before action is taken against them. Otherwise, somebody can just pick you on the street and frog-march you to the police station and accuse you and you know, condemn you to whatever, to prison. That's why we have regulations, counter-regulations, institutions. These institutions are now giving you a right, and out of these institutions, they say, this media houses has gone against the regulations, now can you CAK act? And then you act. Otherwise, you know, the constitution was to prevent from rogue leaders. Countries have gone down because of rogue leaders. That's why we put ourselves into a law. If there was no law, this country would be ungovernable. And if we are going to look for a loophole to move out of that law, we are still going back to anarchy. And my friend, you may be sitting comfortably today in the government. The next day you are not in the government, but Kenya must remain. The people of Kenya must remain. Do not become an agent of anarchy. It will be bad for this country. It will be comfortable for you for now. But the results, the repercussion, the ramification for this country is for years to come. It has happened. Rwanda has gone down by just a click of a rogue person at the media. Countries have gone down by just one person following a law and following orders from another rogue leader. And that's how you mess up a whole nation. It is your incumbent upon every person, individually and by institution, to protect the nation called Kenya.
Thank you, Mheshimiwa. Let's not open another examinations and cross-examinations. Let's end there. It's a moment for all of us. I know Bishop wanted to speak. Instead of speaking, he'll say for us the grace. We invite you to bless the sitting. So that we finish the sitting. DG, any closing remarks?
Forward by this committee. And as we've said before, we intend to work in harmony with the Office of the Auditor General so that we protect public funds. Thank you very much.
How long do you need to give us the responses? And remember, whenever you respond those 3 issues, you have to get a copy to the OAG and one to Parliament.
Can you give us like 2 weeks?
If you are comfortable with 2 weeks, that is fine. You'll submit not to come. You'll
Yes,
submit.
that is, yeah.
Yes, by 31st of this month, so that we look at it, and then from there we'll be able to invite you. And if it will call us to invite some witnesses beyond yourself, after those witnesses, we'll again call you, because I'm seeing us inviting National Treasury, there's National Land Commission, there are other agencies whom we have to contact, so that we are able to finalize your accounts. I want to hear conclusive remarks from OAG.
Thank you very much, Honorable Chair. On behalf of the Auditor General, this is to the committee. I wish to congratulate you for good work you're doing in terms of timely and very serious deliberations of the Auditor General reports. You can see like now for the CAK, we are up to date. That is very commendable, unlike the past.
Some of them. You belong, Senator Catherine, to Law Society of Kenya. It's not a parastatal. It's not being funded. I belong to Institute of Certified Public Accountant. It's not being funded by SEC. Yet you get another engineers, they are being, is a parastatal. So you ask, what is this? And many others. And then you find the same place. You know, when you have something like a water harvesting authority, and then you have National Irrigation Authority, and there is a lot of pushback. They still believe that those are supposed to be maintained. But now, if you are harvesting water, why can't you use it to irrigate? You know, that's what we are asking. We merge the two, and we have water harvesting and irrigation authority as one. So you harvest water, you put it somewhere, then someone comes now to use it for irrigation. You know, I think we have been too liberal. And there was a time, actually we have been around for a while. I think with Onyonka we are the longest here in this room as politicians and members of parliament. Maybe not as politicians, but as members of parliament. Because politician is a very wide terminology. But we have seen every legislation in parliament was coming with the creation of a new body. And that is what brought us to where we are. Lastly, the reforms are many. We have just passed through the cabinet a government-owned enterprises bill, which talks or speaks to how now we are going to run and manage commercially viable government enterprises. 60 of them, or about 60. We must run them different from the way we are running the SOEs, where after I've failed as a politician, I become automatic chair of one state-owned enterprise or another, or a board member. Let's have a system where board membership is earned on merits, and we bring in private sector to complement the public, the government, in running some of these institutions to be able to look at what is happening with Safaricom. Suppose we left it in the hands of the government. Where would we be? Kenyan is doing much better now because of the element of that practice. And even look at Kenya Pipeline, I mean Kenya Power and Lighting Company. It has come up now. So we are looking at KPC, Kenya Pipeline. I hear people, oh, this is a state, what terminology do they use? State, like a state security, something strategic. In fact, that's what I was looking. This is a strategic investment. These people are just helping us to sell oil in the country and mafuta. Yeah. Actually, basically transporting. Because actually the people who import mafuta ni watu wengine. So they just keep in there and then they help us in distribution. Yeah, it can be done very well if there is element of private sector. I'm happy the top management of KPC are sold to this idea. And yeah, so let me not belabor the point. I think we've had a good engagement. Chairman, thank you.